Hello everyone, so my name is Lauren Garcia and this is my e-portfolio for Education 325 on Children's Literature in the Classroom. So here's my intro page. It just talks about how my standing at Laverne, so I'm a sophomore, it's only my second year, but I've taken enough units to be considered a junior, and then I hope to graduate with my bachelor's in educational studies in 2019. Once I get my bachelor's, I plan to go on to get my multi-subject credential and my master's in teaching here at ULV, hopefully. Just as an educator, my goal is to inspire my students to be the best version of themselves that they could possibly be. I want my students to work hard, not because they have to, but because they want to for their own good and the good of those around them. And then I just put some of my experience working with kids in here. I volunteered for the city of Chino for 5 years at the Chino Youth Museum, which is dealing a lot with children. I've been babysitting since junior high. I actually nannied for twin boys since they were 3 months up until they were a year and a half. So that was a cool experience. And then right now I work for the city of Chino in the after school program. I do homework time with the kids. I get to plan my own activities with them. And then I also just got a job for the summer for the Orange County Department of Education, tutoring at-risk youth in alternative education in all subject areas ranging from math to science to English to history. So that's my intro, and then there's a picture of me with my boyfriend. So we're going to move on to our assignments. So the first assignment were our virtual discussions. So I kind of enjoyed these, even though at times it was really hard to be able to read like the longer books, to be able to read them in a week, just because I have so many other assignments and work. So it was a little bit difficult for me, but besides reading the book, I really enjoyed the actual WebEx discussions with my groups. I feel like we had a quality discussions, and I also enjoyed getting like that face to face with my classmates, considering this is an online class. So like all my group, we kind of bonded and we would help each other whenever needed with our assignments if we had questions or whatnot. It was a great experience because we created a bond with each other and we were able to help each other when needed. For the reader response blogs, so these were also difficult. It went along with the virtual discussions. These were also difficult for me because you had to do it every week, and along with like all the other work I had to do, it was just kind of difficult because it was a lengthier assignment. But for every book we read with our group, we had to do the virtual discussion. So I put the picture of the book, how it should be used, the bibliography, the response, critique, and then just a small lesson sketch with an objective, discussion questions, and then some additional resources. So I did that, for every book that we read with our groups each week. So actually, I've never used blog sites before, so it was kind of a neat experience to be able to learn how to use them and like what you can do with them. But yeah, that's for the reader response blogs. Oh man. Okay, here we are. And then we'll go to my family literacy backpack. So I actually really enjoyed this assignment. It wasn't my favorite, but this one's up there because it gave me insight into like thinking like a teacher. So I had to, plan the activities, I had to choose the theme, I had to choose the books. I also like that the family, so I work the City of Chino, my after school program job, I have first, second, and third graders. So I asked one of the first grade parents to take the book home, and they did. So the feedback I got back from that family was pretty good. Like they suggested maybe do a different theme that's inclusive to males as well. Although, I like the idea of strong females, I guess she said that her son felt, it wasn't for this book backpack wasn't for him because it was only girls. And then I also learned that like even though you put clear instructions and you want things done a certain way, it's not going to always happen because some of the activities weren't completed to the like for the stand tall Molly Lou right here I asked to use like color and detail. It's just like a little stick figure with pencils. So even though you put clear instructions, it's not always going to turn out the way you want. Our next assignment was our author study. So this assignment, I usually hate doing group assignments or like partner assignments because I feel like I end up doing most of the work. But my partner, which was Ashley Tarango, was a great partner, and we split all the work like perfectly evenly, and we just both worked really hard. So we actually got it done pretty quickly. So this was our flipped classroom video, and then our activities we did here, and then So this, for like as a future teacher, helped me realize not just my own author study, but everyone's author study in the class helped me realize that there are so many authors that live in like our local area. And so that would be really helpful because say I want to read my kids a certain book and maybe I can invite that author not just to my class but to our school in general, and that author could do like a book reading and then like signing, and you send letters home ahead of time saying, hey, this author's going to be here if you want to send money with your kids, and they can purchase his book and he can sign it for them. And I think that's just a great way to get kids excited and happy about books so that they actually read them. So the next assignment was a self-selected virtual library. Now this assignment was my favorite overall assignment. It's my favorite because I was able to choose which books to read. Um, Giving that power for me to choose was actually helped me because all the books I read I actually enjoyed. So I felt, as opposed to like the with the virtual discussion, the reader response, we were given a book to read, which helped, like explore the different genres. But this one we explored different genres, but we were able to choose our own book, and I liked choosing my own. Um, and then as a future educator, it was helpful because I learned about the different genres, and also because of this assignment, I got a library card. So I live in San Bernardino County, so I got a San Bernardino County library card, and I never realized like the wide variety or how many children's books like they have, and each library has different books. So like I would look up online, I need Velma Gratch, so maybe Chino didn't have it, but Chino Hills has it, or something, somewhere in the local area has it. And even if the local area doesn't have it, if a branch of the library has it, that you can put it on hold and they'll ship it to the library nearest to you. So it's really awesome. And they also offer a lot of resources, additional resources besides the books, like you can go in there and use the computers. They have tutoring, they have book readings, they have so much. There's such a wide variety of things. The Chino Hills one has like rooms that you can rent to study in, or you can do meet group assignments, and do group projects there with your group. So I think it's just good to know what your local library offers, and that way you can point students and parents to those resources. Say, hey, I know you guys, maybe you can't afford a book, but you can go to the library, you could get a free library card, you can rent books for free, and there you go, you can read those books. So I really enjoy this assignment for all of those reasons. And then lastly, um, we volunteered at the Family Learning Conference. So myself and a classmate from another Education 325 class, we put on a workshop based on the book I Am Yoga. This workshop was so rewarding. It helped me like get excited for my future as an educator, because we had this little girl and we're only in the workshop for 20 to 30 minutes. And after the workshop, this little girl comes up to us and tells us that because of this workshop, the Family Learning Conference was her favorite place ever. And like the fact that we made a difference in her life, for her to say like this was her favorite place, and the fact that it's based around learning only 20 minutes, like helped me realize that we're in a classroom with these students for 7 to 8 hours a day, that we have so much power to make a difference in their lives, and we need to do that positively. And I'm so excited for my future because of that. So that was my e-portfolio. Another assignment was the book trailer, but I didn't have to do the book trailer because I put on a workshop at the Family Learning Conference, so that's the only tab I think I would be missing. But thanks for listening.